Coming up today on Raiders Wire, we are heading into a crucial period as roster cuts are due this coming Tuesday. That means teams, including the Raiders, are having to make difficult decisions, trimming down to the all-important 53-man roster. Today, I want to take some time to focus on the players who, on paper, might not seem like obvious candidates to make the roster. These are the guys who might be on the bubble, who might be labeled as cut candidates by analysts, but in my eyes, they deserve a serious second look. I'm going to be that final line of defense, that voice that argues for giving these players another chance, even if they're not quite ready to contribute at full strength immediately. This isn't just about sentimental picks or rooting for underdogs. It's about evaluating real football talent, potential impact on the team, and overall value that extends beyond the stat sheet. Some of these players might not be stars right now, but with the right opportunity, they could become key contributors in the future. That's what I'm here to advocate for today. First on the list, and someone I feel strongly about, is Sincere McCormick at the running back position. Last season, I was genuinely impressed by what I saw from McCormick. Now, let's be honest. Ashton Gentry is by far the best running back on this team. That's a fact, and it's something everyone knows. My mother knows it. Your uncle at the backyard barbecue knows it, and there's no denying it. Gentry is a workhorse, a relentless runner who can take over a game when needed. But even the best running back isn't invincible. Gentry needs a breather from time to time, someone who can step in, handle the workload, and keep the ball secure. This is where Sincere McCormick becomes an incredibly valuable asset. When it comes to between the tackles running, I believe McCormick has shown he is more reliable than Collier, Lowy, Zamir White, or even Raheem Mower. He's not just about moving the chains. He's about doing it without risking turnovers. Ball security is critical, especially when your starting running back is off the field, and McCormick delivers on that front. Another aspect of McCormick's value that often gets overlooked is his special teams ability. Special teams contributions are sometimes the deciding factor for who makes that final roster spot. A player might not be the star of the offense or defense, but if he can impact the game on special teams while being ready to step in as a running back, he becomes invaluable. On top of that, McCormick's pass blocking is elite for his position. According to Pro Football Focus, he's graded out at 82.9 in pass blocking this preseason. And even last season, he maintained a 78.3 PFF grade in pass protection. These numbers may seem like minor details, but when evaluating the final running back on a roster, they matter immensely. You want someone who can keep the quarterback safe when needed, someone who can be trusted in a variety of situations, and McCormick fits that mold perfectly. Beyond the numbers, he also ran the ball well last season despite being on a struggling team with poor offensive line play and inconsistent quarterbacking. That resilience and performance under pressure speaks volumes about his potential. If the Raiders can implement a more balanced offense under Chip Kelly, McCormick might thrive even more than he did last year, providing reliable production when Gentry takes a breather. Moving on to the wide receiver position, I want to highlight Alex Bachman. Now, some of you might be surprised I'm advocating for keeping Bachman, but hear me out. He's currently projected to be around the fifth best receiver on this team, behind players like Jack Besh, Dante Thornton, Jacoby Myers, and Trey Tucker. However, when evaluating a receiver's value, it's not just about ranking by catches or yards. It's about fit within the offense, ability to execute precise routes, reliability in key situations, and the versatility to contribute on special teams. Bachman brings all of that. He has reliable hands, precise route running, and the ability to execute in clutch moments. For instance, he was targeted on a key interception play by Aiden O'Connell in the preseason, showcasing that quarterbacks trust him when the game is on the line. Bachman might not be a long-term centerpiece, but he provides stability in a receiving core with several young players and question marks. Another point in his favor is his special teams contributions. In a transitional roster where young receivers like Tommy Mallow are still developing, having a player like Bachman helps balance the team. He can step in on offense when needed while also contributing on coverage units or return units. At 29 years old, he may not have long-term upside, but his professionalism, competitiveness, and versatility make him a valuable asset for the immediate future. Bachman is the kind of veteran presence that can help stabilize a young receiving group, providing reliable performance in key situations while the rookies develop their skills and confidence. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The rumor that has been circulating around Las Vegas has now reached the level of a deafening roar, and it all centers on the idea that the Raiders have struck an agreement with none other than Derrick Henry, one of the most feared and celebrated running backs of the modern NFL era. Whispers began in casual conversations, first spotted on local fan forums and sports radio chatter, and within hours the buzz grew to the point where it seemed every sports bar on the Strip had customers leaning in, whispering or shouting about what this could mean. The arrival of Henry would not simply be another free agency move. It would symbolize a seismic shift in how the Raiders intend to play football in the coming seasons. Imagine a franchise long criticized for inconsistency suddenly lining up a man whose physical presence alone alters the game plan of any opposing defense. Fans are already painting mental pictures of Allegiant Stadium shaking under the chants of silver and black loyalists as Henry bulldozes linebackers in his path, each run potentially rewriting the destiny of a team that has long been desperate to recapture its legendary glory. As soon as the news began to seep through social media, a tidal wave of excitement flooded the Las Vegas Valley. Supporters who had been skeptical of management decisions in recent years suddenly found themselves praising the front office for finally making a bold and statement-making move. There's talk on local sports television that the decision to bring in Henry was not merely a football maneuver, but also a marketing masterstroke designed to ignite passion in a city that thrives on spectacle. With the Raiders still carving their identity after the relocation from Oakland, an addition like Derrick Henry could become the kind of defining figurehead the franchise desperately craves. He is more than a player. He is a brand, a symbol of power, and his arrival could merge perfectly with the entertainment-driven energy of Las Vegas. Analysts are already speculating about jersey sales skyrocketing and the team becoming an even hotter ticket in a city where competition for attention is fierce. It is not just a signing, they whisper, it is the beginning of a new era. Inside the locker room, if the reports prove accurate, the signing of Henry could carry immense implications for the culture of the team. Veteran leaders would surely welcome the presence of a back whose reputation for relentless work ethic and punishing running style sets the tone for everyone around him. Young players could look to Henry as a model of professionalism, someone whose preparation is as intimidating as his physical stature. There is also the tactical dimension. With Henry pounding the ball on early downs, the Raiders' passing game could find unprecedented freedom, opening up lanes and stretching defenses that are forced to commit multiple bodies to stopping the run. The ripple effect across the offense could be enormous, with quarterbacks finding more time in the pocket and wide receivers exploiting mismatches against distracted defensive schemes. This is the kind of acquisition that not only changes the roster, but redefines the very philosophy of how the Raiders take the field. Suddenly, balance is restored, unpredictability is introduced, and opponents will have to rethink entirely how they prepare for matchups against the silver and black. Yet, amidst all the celebration, there's also a note of skepticism and guarded caution running through conversations among longtime fans. Many remember other high-profile signings or trades that promised much, but fizzled out due to injuries, locker room friction, or simple mismanagement. Derrick Henry, while still a dominant force, is not immune to the passage of time, and critics wonder how many peak years remain in those powerful legs that have carried the Tennessee Titans for so long. Can he sustain the same level of performance on the fast track of Allegiant Stadium? Will the offensive line be strong enough to create the gaps he thrives on? Or will expectations crush under the weight of reality? These are the questions being raised in barbershops, podcasts, and Twitter threads, where optimism clashes with the hard-earned cynicism of a fan base that has seen promises broken before. The truth is, as with every great rumor, The line between dream and reality remains blurred, and until official confirmation arrives, speculation reigns supreme. Still, even with doubts lingering, the emotional impact of the rumor alone has been undeniable, uniting a fan base that had grown restless in recent seasons. The energy in Las Vegas feels renewed, with tailgaters already fantasizing about autumn Sundays filled with the thunder of Derrick Henry runs echoing off the stadium walls. Local businesses are excited by the potential windfall of a team suddenly commanding more national attention, while sports betting circles are alive with recalculations of odds and futures. In a city built on chance, the gamble of bringing Henry to town feels like the ultimate roll of the dice, one that could either cement the Raiders as true contenders or expose them to criticism for chasing a fading star. But for now, the buzz is intoxicating, the rumor irresistible, and the idea of Derrick Henry wearing silver and black has transformed from a whisper into a wildfire. Whether or not the deal is official, Las Vegas is already celebrating as if the king himself has arrived, and that might be the most telling sign of all. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.